It was very smooth life, everything going on, traveling, changing jobs, changing career. All this time, my feet were getting normal skin to brown to black. Everybody were doing their best. Even putting a hot wax on your feet.
Must be painful.
Extremely painful. And it was getting so painful that even going to the washroom, I need to take help of my wife. I was on crutches. The therapy is effective, but no guarantee of it will work.
Right.
And this is costly. If this doesn't work, the only expensive way to do is buy a wheelchair.
Did you ever believe in past lives?
No. I become a person who people threw money, people threw food. I was there, motionless, cannot help anything. Maybe I can manage something for my wife and kid, and then I just want to end myself.
Hi, my name is Hitesh Bhatia, and I'm from Joining Hands. We bring to you beautiful stories of alternate healing, defining perseverance, resilience, and the transformation of the human spirit. The human mind is one of the most powerful things seen on this planet, more powerful than anything imaginable. Today we have with us in the house Suhas. Suhas is an IT professional from Pune.
Hello, Hitesh.
Hi, Suhas. Welcome to Joining Hands and welcome to Healing with Hitesh.
My pleasure.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
So Suhas, you're from Pune, and tell me about yourself, Suhas. Where did you grow up? What happened? What was your life like?
I'm from Karnataka,
Okay.
a place called Gulbarga.
Okay.
And yes, I started my career in Pune after my education in Kolhapur. And then after my initial couple of jobs in Pune, I changed my jobs and changed the locations as well. It was Ahmedabad, it was Bombay, it was Boston, Chennai, and then back to Pune. So I'm in Pune since last 7 years now, and I work for an IT company called T Systems.
Right.
It's a German company, and I work in the capacity of an associate vice president.
Wow. So you've traveled all across the city, different places.
Yes, half of India, half of US, few other countries in the Europe. So
Fabulous. So you've been around the world, a globetrotter, worked across the world.
my job expects me to do that, and I really enjoy doing it.
And what do you do as your job?
I'm responsible for our customer engagements and growth of business, not the sales part,
Right.
but then whichever customers we support, our IT customers, keep them happy, customer delight, and by means of that, customer likes our company and start giving us more business, more inroads, expand ourselves within that.
Nice. So it's a lot of travel. Right. Interesting. So what really happened, Suhas? We know we've been talking about your story, but what really happened? And if you could tell us a little about what really happened with your foot, and I'm sure we'd like to know more about that part of the story. Were you happy before this? Career going very well, moving ahead in life?
Absolutely yes, because my travel helped me to get my wife.
Oh, wow.
And it was very smooth life, everything going on, traveling, changing jobs, changing career. And when I was in Chennai, for no reasons, both my feet started paining. And we thought, okay, it can be something, maybe strain in the walking or something. Then we started applying desi medicines and amrutanjans and the painkillers. It was not helping. Then going to the doctors, asking for some pain relievers from the doctors. Nothing happened. And it was increasing. Then someone says it can be an issue of a rheumatology. So why don't you meet a rheumatologist? We met him. He was confused. He said, okay, come tomorrow again. We went there. The kind of medicines he gave, we could see on his body language, face that okay, he was not convinced of what he's doing.
Right.
And the medicines what he gave was, my family doctor said that we are not sure if it will help you or if it is a rheumatology issue, but it will definitely impact your liver, your kidney and everything, so don't take it. So we stopped it. Then the next level of Ayurveda, homeopathy, it didn't help. Then we started doing nature care, naturopathy. We were in Chennai, so we explored a nature care location in Madurai. We stayed there for 15 days, no help. Then someone told us that my wife is from Bhuj, Kutch. So someone from her family told her, okay, there is a place called Bijda in Kutch.
Place called?
Bijda.
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 Bidala, okay.
So they said, why don't you try that? So I went there. We stayed there for 3 weeks. And they did, again, everybody were doing their best. Even putting a hot wax on your feet.
Must be painful.
Extremely painful. but then hoping that it will happen. And so all these things happening, and my office work was getting impacted. The kind of account I was handling, it was a French customer, and we had a contractual obligation that I need to be at the customer's place every 3 months.
Wow.
And in addition to the other work and visits. And then 2 quarters, I missed that because I could not travel. My office understood that, but then when the escalations started coming from the customers, it was a point of discussion. Then again, when I said, okay, I will not be able to travel next week also because I'm not able to travel. It is not at my will. And it was getting so painful that even going to the washroom, I need to take help of my wife. I was on crutches. And then slowly doctors started saying that, okay, so if it doesn't get healed or not get cured, very soon you'll need to be on the wheelchair.
My God.
So it was a big setback. My managers, my bosses said, okay, so if that is the case, then why don't you explore a project management work? Imagine a global delivery project executive to a project manager.
Wow. Must be painful.
Huge. I wasn't know why am I living here. No, I can do something. Maybe I can manage something for my wife and kid, and then end it all. It was that extent. And all that happened. No treatment, nothing was helping. People started giving, okay, this can be some black magic. Why didn't you try that? But then the background we come from, we didn't believe in, okay, it's something called black magic also. Then going around all that, maybe some 7-8 months, I came across a therapist who said that, okay, maybe I can help you.
Right.
Through a common source, the spiritual guide whom I follow, he advised me to reach out to Natwar Sharma. And we met, he understood all the story. And he said, okay, so zero guarantee of this will get cured. If you want to explore, we can explore. 2 criteria. Do you know this is the issue? Do you want to get rid of this issue? I said, yes, for both. I said, let us start. So the therapy session started. We could explore what all is happening. He scanned the issue, what is that, and very smoothly he took me to the point that was the actual triggering of my issues. Maybe I'm open to say that because one of the conversations he was asking, because it was, how long do you sleep? I said 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
I said, why only 3.5 hours? Because he is a doctor as well.
Right,
and he says, you need to sleep for 8 hours. I said, sleeping is waste of time. And he picked up from that. I said, okay, so we started with that. He said, so what do you want to do? I said, I need to achieve a lot of things. And I can do that only when I don't rest myself because I need to run. He said, okay, so are you running now? And I actually felt that I'm running to catch hold of a bread piece which is there, and I'm competing with a dog.
Wow.
And it was the Second World War story.
And this is a past life.
This is a past life.
So you are running.
I'm competing with a dog, and first one, either dog or me, gets the bread. He or the dog can eat. The other person starves.
Yeah, I'm literally getting goosebumps listening to your story.
So that's what is it. So that gave me, okay, I need to run. Otherwise I will starve.
Right.
So story unfolded from that, and then he explored a lot of things. Then he did a little bit of a fast forward, coming to this main issue, what happened. And then I reached to a story of one of my past lives, or immediate past life. That was, I was from a rich family of a zameen, the kind of a zamindar in the village.
Right, like a landlord.
Like a landlord. And I happened to be the person who took care of all the villagers. They used to respect me a lot. The respect came from my father because he was taking care of all of them. But then as he was getting old, people took me as his successor, and I was doing that.
Right.
So it was happy life, one wife, 2 kids, my 2 sisters at home, their sisters' husbands, everything was going on good. People used to respect me. I don't know whether they loved me or not, but it was a huge respect, and that was feeding my ego. Okay? Wherever I go, people stop, people stand, people salam. So I was like a lord. For some reasons, when I came home one of the days, I saw all my relatives standing, waiting for me, And the moment I entered, I could feel, and as I speak, I can experience that. I could feel the vibe in the home was different. And then I said, everything's okay, but did we hear someone is not well? Any message, anything? And they said, okay, Anna, we don't want you, and we want you to leave the house.
Wow. They just want you to leave the house.
That's it.
And you can feel that happening right now. So while you're talking to me, do you feel every moment of what you've
I'm
lived?
actually reliving those moments even now. And I said, maybe someone is mischievous or someone is doing some rude things. I said, I didn't care for it because I was so at a high ego level. Nobody can even talk to me like this. I said, what the hell? What are you talking about? And they said, okay, father. They pointed to father, and father also agreed to this. I look at him, and he's like helpless person. He's not saying no, but he's not saying yes as well. I asked him. He said, whatever they decided, do that. And fine. Then everything what I have gathered, everything goes. Then what do I do now? You please leave.
So you left in that life. You just left.
I left everything there. My wife, my 2 kids, and we left the house, left the village, and we stopped at outside in the fields, just below a tree, and we stopped for there. And then I thought, okay, it was a knee-jerk reaction where they said, okay, go, and I'm leaving. But then I have a responsibility. I have a family to take care of that. So I had to go back and ask for my share at least.
Of course.
So I decided to come back, and I was stopped at the entrance. I said, no, you're not allowed to go inside the village. I said, I want to go to my place and I want to speak with my people. I said, no, we have been ordered, no entry. So I go back, I sleep there, angry, frustrated, helpless. But then my ego did not go down. I said, okay, I'll do anything. And then we sleep at night. In the morning when I wake up, I find I'm alone. My wife, my kids are gone.
Did they leave you and go, or?
They left me and go. They left me and they went. And I was all alone, completely clueless. What's happening with my life? Just one day before I was a king, and now I'm not even a pauper.
Worse than that.
It was like, and then while I was living through that, network took me to next significant moment, as we call it, and I found myself in Bengaluru. And I did not know the language because I spoke Telugu and people were in a different language, which I realized Kannada. So I could live there, but then after some time, I found myself, I'm a pulling cart, hath gadi, what is called as, and with a person helping me to push while I'm pulling it with good amount of load from one shop to another shop. And that was my means of earning. I used to do that. We used to share the money and live as is. One day, my partner had a fight with me. And he said, okay, I want more money or something. And then we decided to part and he left me. But then my ego was still with me. I said, okay, I don't need a help. I will pull the cart by myself. And I was pulling the cart with all the load by myself. Of course, I could not handle it. I fell down and my both legs broke. So that was it. I dragged myself to a corner. And then I found I'm motionless. I can't do anything. I can't move around. Don't have money to get treated, nothing. So slowly I become a person who people threw money, people threw food. I was there, motionless, can't help anything. And then again, fast forward again, I saw myself stinking. People not even ready to come near me to give me anything. And then I had a slow death.
And with broken legs?
With broken legs. All
Wow.
black, broken legs. Absolutely no strength, nothing. And it was early morning when I was dying. I said, okay, I came to this city and this is my life. Never to this city again.
Never to this city
Again.
Those were the dying thoughts in that life.
That was the last thought when I found. Because when he took me to a position where I could see my entire life and what exactly happens. That's what the beauty of the transpersonal regression therapy, where you can see yourself as a third person and observe what's happening. Right. So that gives you a wisdom that me sitting in my body cannot think of.
Sure.
So that happened, then I could feel that. So that was the end of the life. And then this life.
Yeah, I think let's talk more about how this life was. And
So this life of Suhas Kulkarni, when I was in Boston for some time, then when I decided to move back to India, I found a job in Chennai. I was with Fidelity. And then while working with Fidelity, of course, life was beautiful. We bought a new flat there. My kid was growing. We found a school which of her choice, our choice. And we used to stay just 800 meters behind our ashram. And our life was in ashram most of the time. So life was like heaven.
so perfect life.
Absolutely.
Exactly similar to that life.
Exactly.
Perfect life. Were you also egoistic?
Well, the position in the office gave me that because people used to call me globetrottering.
Of course.
Suhas doesn't wear anything which is Indian. So all that,
In some ways, life of a king.
life of a king.
And again, replay of the past life.
Except instead of two daughters, one daughter. But everything was life was so good. Father, my siblings, everything was perfect. And then, of course, a IT professional young person keeps changing jobs as and when opportunity comes in. And for me, a company IBM happened. Did the interviews and everything. I got a job with IBM. In IT professional, IBM is a dream company. Because people like, okay, this is a growing company. This is a vast this thing. So happening good. And we were happy. Okay, we got a job with IBM. Life will get better. We'll do that. And IBM office was just 1.5 kilometers from my place.
Even better.
Even better. So everything was good. And when I got the offer letter, the joining place was Bengaluru. It didn't trigger me anything. I said, okay, fine. So we'll do that. And I went to Bangalore. I joined the Bangalore office. And after 6 months, another opportunity within IBM happened and I got transferred to Chennai.
Okay.
In that transition, slowly my legs were giving me hard time. I was not able to move around very efficiently. I was not able to. All the time, I have been a fast walker. And many times, my wife and I have an argument. Okay, we speak Hindi at home. She said, "मैं भी तुम्हारे साथ में हूँ."
She's a
And
Gujarati, of course.
She's a Gujarati. So then I realized, okay, she is at least 50 meters behind me. So I had to stop. So that was the thing. And then my legs stopped working slowly. It was having all the issues. Then could meet network, good to therapy. And in that, another story came up. That when I was in class 8,
Of this life.
13, 14 years, my grandfather, Nanaji, he used to work in a college in Tumakuru. So our summer vacations was in Tumakuru. My cousins, my siblings, everybody was there. And during one of those summer vacations, our mama who was there, all of them, they planned, okay, tomorrow, all of us, we can make a small minivan. Tumakuru is 50 kilometers away from Bangalore.
Right.
So we'll do a minivan and we'll visit Bangalore for a day visit tomorrow. All of us were very happy. Okay, Bangalore is a big place. We never went there. And we'll do that. So we slept all our cousins on a first floor of the house. And it was all good. We were planning tomorrow what kya karenge, kaise karenge, everything. Next morning when my father came to wake me up, all of them were already ready down. And I got up and I was about to climb down the staircase. I could not stand.
You couldn't stand.
I could not stand. I collapsed. And then I could not
Was it something to do with your legs?
My legs, my body, both. They did not allow me to stand.
No strength.
Absolutely no
pain.
No strength. No pain, but no strength.
No strength.
Then I tried to take support of the staircase, go down, but no. It was absolutely not allowing me to. So I was a spoiled sport. Because of me, all of them cancelled the Bangalore trip, everything.
So Bangalore didn't happen actually.
Bangalore didn't happen. But then it was after 1 hour, my pain also reduced. Life was back to normal.
So basically not meant to go to Bangalore.
Yes.
But life always does that, right? What you avoid, we say that what you resist persists. Whatever you avoid will come back.
Absolutely.
So Bangalore had to come to your space some point of time.
And that happened in mid of my career. And that gave me a huge amount of setback. And after the therapy sessions with network, it was because all this time my feet were getting normal skin to brown to black. And I could relate it now, the same black of that beggar person resembling to my feet in my lifetime. This, and after the sessions, it again started going back to brown to my normal skin color. Even my therapist said, "Okay, Suhas, had you had told me earlier, I could have taken a picture of earlier legs also,
Before and after.
before and after."
Wow.
So that was it. And after that, again, life became normal. I informed my offices, and life became again got better. After 6 months, my career started flourishing again. More customers, new customers from different regions. So it happened for another 4 years. Then I got transferred from IBM Chennai to IBM Pune.
Right.
Got to support entire North America region for that. So it has been good after that.
And you've never had the issue with your
Never
legs?
had any issues.
And how long back was this?
This was 10 years back.
Wow. And for how long did your legs remain?
Almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year.
A little less than 1 year, but yes.
Wow.
So that's a story.
So Suhas, can we? I wanted to understand more about this 1 year phase, and can you take us through that? So, what really happened? Did you just get up one morning and were your legs black?
No, those gradually turned black.
So, if you had to go back and let's say use the same tools that I'm not Natwar, but if I had to take you back to that morning, do you have a clear picture what happened that morning? Were you traveling since you lived the Globetrotter? Were you traveling when it happened?
No, it was very much in Chennai.
Right.
I was at home.
Right.
And it didn't happen switch on, switch off. It
Okay.
happened gradually.
Okay.
And initially was okay, my legs, my feet paining.
So was it a bearable pain?
It was bearable pain.
Okay. So like a very small
Absolutely.
pain.
Very small pain.
And no idea, nothing, because that's the first question we normally ask ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Did I run yesterday? Did I jog yesterday?
Yeah.
Did I go barefoot to the temple? I'm sure, did you have questions like that?
We had those questions. We also thought, okay, maybe a small pebble got stuck into my chapel that caused this. But then it was nothing like that. And it stayed for days and weeks together. No other medicines were working.
Just mild pain.
It was mild pain.
And then, so just run us through that journey. What happened? So what was the first thing that you did? I'm sure you mentioned earlier that you went to the home remedies.
Yeah.
Amrutanjan,
Yes.
Iodex.
Absolutely. We tried that. Then Brufen as a painkiller.
So what really happened? What was the first call? I think that's what we all do, right?
We did home remedies. We, the background my wife comes from, she believes in the actual home remedy. So turmeric and oil.
Gujaratis love that, right?
Massage of that. So we did that. Then there's also called as a akada. There's a large leaf that you tie to your feet, and it absorbs all the toxins in your feet.
Right.
We tried that.
Nothing worked.
It was not helping.
And what were you going through, when in all of this?
It was small, slow pain and huge amount of helplessness.
Emotionally, what was helplessness?
Helplessness.
Were you questioning why me? What is this that's happening to me?
Not initially. Initially,
Okay.
I thought, okay, there must be something, but it will subside. But then, at months happened with this, then I started asking, okay, is there something really? What's happening? So why?
Right.
But then we didn't have answers. We thought, okay, maybe. And the extreme last thing when Natwar told us, okay, the therapy is effective, but no guarantee of it will work.
Right.
So, and this is costly, of course. And then what do you want to do? So me and my wife spoke about it and said, okay, if this doesn't work, the only expensive way to do is buy a wheelchair.
So like the last resort.
Last
We
resort.
always say alternate healing is normally considered as a last resort.
Last resort. And then we were also deciding, okay, motorized wheelchair.
Oh my God, it was that decision.
Even we went to that extent. And then my manager said, okay, you will not lose a job, but you will take a project manager role. Like insult. A person.
I like the way you say insult. So painful, right?
Absolutely.
I can see your eyes a little moist
Yeah.
thinking about that moment.
Because we could not imagine. So, of course, no offense to the profession as
Of
such,
course,
but
of
then
course.
whatever I was doing, I used to do, and which I have a passion in to do that, meeting the customers, making them happy, confident, and then slowly, okay, how about adding 5 millions more? And but then that was it.
So then there was this helplessness.
Yes, huge.
And then doctors, no help again there.
No help.
Did you ever turn to the Almighty saying that, listen, let's try mandirs, let's try all of that?
We did all of them. Even people said, okay, there is a Rishi, Sadhu, Baba who can treat you. But then the kind of spiritual background we have, we didn't actually force ourselves to do all that. But then medically, I did my MRI tests and all the scannings. And beautifully, all the reports were actually on the medium level. If there is a range of 10 to 20, Suhas clocked 15.
Everything is perfect.
Everything is normal. Doctor used to say, there is nothing wrong. So that added my frustration, that added helplessness. Nobody is telling me what's wrong with me. Yeah, at least I get to know, okay, this is my issue. I can at least live with that, okay, I have this issue. Nothing.
And you traveled the country over to doctors? Did you go?
Yes.
I'm sure you did, right? Because you're a globetrotter anyway.
We were in Chennai, we went to Madurai, we went to Ahmedabad, we went to Bijada.
No solution.
Nobody could help.
And in all of this, what was your family's role? How were they, your daughter, your wife? I'm sure they were supportive, but what were they going through emotionally?
My wife has been a strong, a supporter. Whatever I am, even that bad phase and even now, she has been a rock of Gibraltar.
Wow.
So I could survive because of that. My daughter was young. She did not know what's happening. But then she know, okay, Papa ki tabiyat theek nahi, Papa ko chalna nahi aata. So she used to bring my stick to me, crutches and everything. So she was supporting. If I have a crutches on my right arm, she used to be here so that I can put my hand on her shoulder. So that kind of support. My father, I lost my mother before that, but my father, he was kind of, what's happening? Why is this? So he
For
felt
a parent to see a child going through that.
Absolutely. So the family was under pressure, and we did not know what's happening.
Did you at any point of time feel like you were being a burden on them?
No, because maybe beauty of IBM that, okay, they supported me. So no financial impact as such.
Right.
Time was given for me to get cured. So no, I didn't feel any burden. But then apart from the economical part, yes, even if I want to get down from my bed and go to washroom, I have to.
So that element, I'm sure, must have been.
It was helplessness. Okay, because I can't do even my basic own things.
So how long was that progression? From the slight pain. At what point of time did you feel you need? Was the pain so unbearable that you needed crutches?
More than pain, it was no strength.
Or no strength?
Pain was minimal. Pain is something that we can sustain.
Right.
But if your feet do not want to take your load, you can't do anything.
And all blood circulation is all normal.
Everything normal. Everything normal. But then they were not taking my load.
And at what point of time did you decide to get crutches?
When it was completely difficult to manage, even with support, going to office, walking from one floor to another floor, meeting some people from my desk to meeting rooms. Every time I needed help.
And so it started with a stick?
No, crutch.
Stayed on crutches. And how did you, when you first, if there's a moment of you to reflect that you had to first, because you are this amazing, successful, professional, living the dream life, right? Coming from a small town, if I can say, to having this huge, beautiful job and traveling the world. What was the first moment you had to hold that crutch?
I just wanted to end myself.
Yeah.
It was more than painful.
Because that's emotionally.
Absolutely. It is more than taking help of something or someone. I am forced to take help of someone. I am a person who has been helping people. Right. And there,
multi-million-dollar organization.
And from there I am coming to such a helpless situation where I have to depend on a crutch for me to go to this meeting room, to that meeting room.
And did you ever cry? Were there nights of crying?
I used to cry. My wife used to tell me, yeah, it will happen, it will pass through. But then when I was alone, I used to feel, okay, and I was not even 40 that time.
So fairly at the peak of your career. So what would you feel? And I've never done that. I'm sure a lot of people really don't know that. At some point of time, a therapist once told me, Hitesh, these glasses that you wear are like a crutch because you're so handicapped. And that was such a big statement for me, because not be able to see without them, And then, of course, I changed the statement. But when you first really held those crutches, what was really happening?
I didn't want to use that.
Right.
But then I had no other option other than that.
Right.
Because in office, I need to be myself. I can't. Every time I ask my colleagues to support me.
Oh, there was that. You had to go to the washroom from your cabin.
Even going to the washroom, going to my office, to the meeting rooms, meeting my colleagues, my boss. I had to use the crutch. And every time I held that crutch, it was like I'm begging someone to help me.
So when you look at your career, Suhas, and you were doing well, did you ever feel that your career is, other than the path where you said that they might have to demote you and go further down, Did you ever feel the career is stuck? It's just finished, right?
It was stuck. It was almost done.
It was finished.
The
It was
career-
finished, like career is over. Finished.
Absolutely. Because from whatever I used to do and whatever my career aspirations,
Right.
now I know it had only a pause of 1 year.
Of course.
But then I did not know what's going to happen to me. It was like stuck, and that career is almost done. And whatever I had to
And no
survive.
fault of yours, right?
No fault of yours.
I
I
mean,
did
people,
not know. Yeah.
People complain in the career that we're dealing with bad bosses, we don't make enough money, or things where, nowadays we talk about, of course, the PWD, where we tend to be more support. And today is that, right?
Yeah.
Today, organizations now are building more, more friendly offices for people with disabilities.
Absolutely.
But back then, I don't think they ever had those, right?
IBM has been there
Okay.
from beginning. So
Okay.
that was really a blessing to me that, I was with that organization that really helped, and diversity has been in the genes of IBM since
Wow.
beginning.
Wow.
So I'm really indebted to the organization when I needed that help, and my
Right.
boss really helped me on that. When I look at myself, was that I wanted to do? No. And that used to kill me from within. So those 6-7 months were painful to me.
Did they actually move you to a lower role?
No, they do not. I said I need a medical leave,
Okay.
and it was granted. So after 3 months, when I got my treatment therapy with Natwar, and when I came back to office, they were like, "Oh, tum theek ho gaya?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready."
So how did you end up at? That'll be interesting. So how did you really end up at alternate healing? What really shifted? Because I think you tried everything, right? You said you were at the cusp of buying a wheelchair,
Wheelchair, yeah.
and even with crutches, you had taken leave. Did you ever feel at any point of time that you were handicapped?
I was handicapped, yeah, because
So
see,
you can't drive.
I could not drive.
can't go to the washroom.
I could not walk at least even for 100 meters by myself. And handicap is not something which one of your body parts is not working. For me, depending on something or someone all the time, that makes you mentally handicapped, like big time.
Did people around you give you sympathy?
They used to sympathize to me.
And did you like that? Was that
No, absolutely not.
So ego.
Ego. Because Chennai airport or Bombay airport, whenever I entered, people are aapko wheelchair chahiye, or allowing me to break the queue and go. I said, no, I'm here. I will be in the queue with my crutches, but I don't want a extra
So such
treatment.
tough moments of your life, and at a young age.
When people offered help, I did not like it.
And then how did this alternate healing come in your space?
So I am part of a spiritual organization. It's called Heartfulness Institute.
Okay.
And at the last resort, which I should have done much before, but last resort, I wrote an email to our spiritual guide, our Guruji. Okay, I'm going through this, and this is killing me, and this is what might happen with my life. So within hours, that email was forwarded to Natwar. And Natwar contacted me because that was also part of the same spiritual institute.
Okay.
So he said, okay, Master has forwarded your email to me. Let us meet.
Did you ever believe in past lives?
No.
If someone asked,
Being the community I am from, yes, we know.
Of course.
Whatever we do in the past, it can be yesterday. Past can be even 1 hour back. Past can be whatever in the first moment when I entered on my earth. But then I believed in theory of karma. But then past life, something can be healed in the past life that will help me here. I did not even know about that. And that was a thing when I got myself healed. I started getting into my career again. And then I started working as a certified professional therapist.
so it's a complete journey.
It's a complete journey.
So from being in
so
pain,
whatever I took, whatever I got from the nature, I'm trying to help people who need that help.
so we call it in our marketing terms, we call it the hero's story, where the hero really goes through that much pain. You were the hero. We are all the heroes of our story, right? You encounter this pain where you really can't define what it is. Medicines can't define it. All our knowledge, our spiritual knowledge, our religion, nothing can really define it.
Absolutely nothing.
And then you come to a near that moment. And I think that wheelchair for you is literally, right? Because this life is over.
Absolutely.
You're in your wheelchair.
Absolutely.
Career is over. You might get a project manager, but that's the end of it.
That's not I wanted to do.
Of course.
There are people who aspire to become project
There's
managers,
no
program
job is
managers,
good or
and
bad.
pretend-
So I don't want to sound that.
Yeah,
but then it's what excites us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you've come from Pune to Bombay because you were able to, go over all these things.
Yes.
And then you really met you met a therapist who really took you through the journey of your past lives.
And he
And over the course of a couple of months, you were able to wrap
Absolutely.
up.
And so many things were revealed that is helping me in my current life also. So that one, developing my career, seeing what could have done better then, and seeing that, okay, this is the moment I need to overcome and do that before time. That really helps me to cross that hurdle before the hurdle comes in. So my life, my career is helping me for myself, and happy that, okay, I'm trying to help people who need that help.
What would you say was the lowest low? Do you have a day or any memory in your mind which was the lowest of all times?
Of this life?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was told, okay, Suhas, we'll look for a project manager role for you.
It must have been really painful.
It was really, really painful. I said, what? Look, it was like, okay, Suhas, we fire you. But in a better way, okay, Suhas, we'll look for a project manager role for you. It was same for me.
So when you look at your past life, Suhas, what was the trigger point in this life that you would say, got about all of these past lives to really act up for you? Because life seemed perfect, right? You had the perfect job, globe-trotting, married the woman you love, buying houses, traveling, everything, right? So where was the trigger?
The trigger was something beyond my understanding or control. Bangalore was the purpose for the cause in the last life.
Right.
And Bangalore is a cause or the triggering point in this life.
And do you know why that happened? Do you have any idea?
Because the painful life and the painful death I had in that city. Even now, I don't have too much of a love for Bangalore. We have our office in Bangalore. I have to visit there. But then...
Do you go there frequently?
Once a quarter, maybe.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you
But
don't like it.
I don't like it. From the airport, I go to the hotel, from there to office, and straight back to airport.
Right.
I don't want to explore the city.
Boston without family or Bangalore with family?
Boston without family is good.
Bangalore never again. Clearly never again.
I even turned an offer which was given to me 6 months back to join a different company with a better package, with all the perks. And in Bangalore, I said politely, no. Whenever you have a position for me in Pune, even for Bombay, I'm okay, not Bangalore.
So would it be right for me to say our past comes back to haunt us?
And also to teach us.
Interesting. So it does come back, but it doesn't. It haunts and then it teaches. The learning is where the transformation really comes in place.
Yes.
And do you now regularly go for therapy sessions? Do you wait in case you had another God forbid you have an issue in your life? Would you try the same route or just jump straight into alternate healing?
I would, because anything which is beyond someone can understand. Okay, normal headaches and fevers, those are taken by combi flams. But then if something really is beyond control, I would like to call one of the therapists, because that's on the point and it takes care of it and you're back.
In your past life, this is a question I normally get very often also. Did you see any connection with the people in this life?
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
Yeah,
and do you mind sharing?
Well, the people who threw me out, they are in my life, in my family.
Oh, in your own family right now. And do you have good relations with them?
Yeah, now after the learning happens there during the therapy sessions, you ask for forgiveness, you forgive people, you make it equal. So though back of your mind, you have that impression, but while talking, that doesn't come in. That's a question people normally ask, okay, what will happen if I get the same thing? But then my own experience, we don't get that feeling of bitterness or enmity now. Yeah, they are. They're very with me, happy that, okay, I have been in the same family, even this life also. But then, yeah, that's a learning that nature gives you. You forgive, you ask for forgiveness, and you settle it.
And past life regression works.
Definitely works.
And how's your career progressing now?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yet globetrotting.
Yeah, I have been traveling. I have been doing good. The team strength when I joined this company 6 years back was 2 people. Now it's 350 people.
Wow.
So going on good.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Suhas, for sharing your story
Thank you so
with
much.
us.
It was an honor. It was really good.
It's a beautiful story, and we've loved hearing it. And it's such an inspiring story. I can't tell you the number of times I had goosebumps, hearing the moments you pulled the handcart, the broken legs, and it all relates back.
And
right?
I could relive those moments when I was talking, and I could understand, okay, now. And every time I speak, even I was talking to Aishwarya a couple of weeks back, when I told that story to her, and now when I'm telling to you, every time it gives me a different plane and different views and different angles of, okay. So I start getting a new angle of wisdom when I go through the same thing. So that really helps.
And there was this moment I remember when we were talking that your eyes were really moist. And I could sense that pain. It's not painful anymore when you look at the memory now. But, the experience, like you said, inspires you, teaches you to become so much more in life.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Suhas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we bring stories like this, that everything is possible. We are joining hands, a vibrant community where we create more awareness about alternate healing. The idea is to bring people together, to share stories, to learn, to inspire, and for you to take action to solve your problems of your life. Life is beautiful. Let's ensure we live it beautifully. Thank you.